Okay, so what do you guys think is the most important secret to e-commerce success? And that's something that we're gonna look into, is I'm gonna be breaking down some of the e-commerce moves of the Kardashians. The Kardashians and the Jenners, and there's a bunch of e-commerce secrets that you can learn here, and you can take and run with these, and hopefully they produce a lot of e-commerce success for you as well. So let's look at let's jump right into the first e-commerce secret, which is personal brand. Think of the Kardashians, Kim Kardashian, Khloe, Courtney, or any of the Kardashian clan, and something that they have done really well, pretty much across the board, is they've built these powerful personal brands on TV with Keeping Up with the Kardashians, in popular culture, being in magazines, and being featured in all kinds of places, and being celebrity, building kind of celebrity lifestyle brands, but also really heavy on social media, right? With like Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, all the Kardashians, and their related families. You just kind of see that they've really gone in heavy on building personal brands. And in a sense, without that personal brand, all this e-commerce success that we're talking about wouldn't happen, right? With like Kylie Cosmetics or Skims or Kai or Drink 818, any of these are big brands that they've been able to build, the big e-commerce brands, probably wouldn't even happen without that personal brand, because without that personal brand you'd need a lot of money for marketing alone to get reach and to get customers, which is really hard to do, if you don't actually have funding, or which is why you gotta build a personal brand. So that's big secret number one. Build a personal brand, build a huge personal brand. Don't just want to put up an e-commerce store and think that's it. Okay, let's jump into secret number two, which is keep it simple and run on a trusty e-commerce platform that makes it super easy. Something like Shopify or WooCommerce, something like that. If you look at a lot of these Kardashian, Jenner e-commerce stores, you realize that they're actually running off Shopify, which is really smart in a sense, because a Shopify store, super simple to set up. You can set it up literally within half an hour. You can create your store, pick a template, have setups, and be ready to actually list products and actually be selling your products literally within a couple hours. You don't have to go out there and try to develop this super custom store and things like that. So like if you're running an e-commerce store, don't complicate your own life by trying to do too much technology wise. Like go really as simple as you can, minimalistic, run on a platform that's established, WooCommerce, Shopify, something like that, and don't try to build up a store from scratch with like your own coding and all that. Like that would just complicate your life and make everything take much longer than it should. So they've kept it simple. They've probably realized they are not coders, right? They're not gonna build the next great American e-commerce platform, but they can build the next great American e-commerce store, and go toe to toe with Jeff Bezos. Although Amazon is still winning the e-commerce game, right? Like but that's a different world. Anyhow, for yourself, keep it simple and go with a platform that makes it easy and brainless, so you don't have to spend a lot of time hustling around with technology. Like keep it really simple. Okay, and now we arrive at secret number three, which is something that they've done really well. Is when you look at their products and their brands, is they've gone with really mass market consumer brands that operate in really big markets, really big broad markets with a lot of demand. So things like you see with Kylie Jenner and Kylie Cosmetics, she's gone into makeup, right? Like makeup, that's a super big industry with like billions and billions and billions just of orders every year. Like there's billions and billions of dollars, countless, that are in that industry. So it's a really good industry to play in because you're working in an industry where there's a lot of demand already. You're just channeling existing demand and working with it. You're not creating some new, like, I'm creating some new type of gadget, some new type of device that nobody ever heard of. You know, something like the iPhone, when it came out, that was a revolutionary product. People are either gonna love it and go with it, or in a lot of cases with things like that, they flop, right? Because you're creating something totally new. Nobody has seen this kind of thing before. So that's not what the Kardashians and the Jenners have done. Is they are literally creating products that in categories that already exist. Like there's already a lipstick, there's already this type of makeup is already there in the market. We're just creating our own spin on it, our own line, our own unique taste around that thing. That's really smart. And you see this also with Drink 818, a tequila brand by one of one of the family. uh, Tequila is a big market, right? Like there's a lot of tequila that's drunk and sold every year, right? A lot of tequila. So the alcoholic beverage market, that's a huge mass market. You see this again with Kim Kardashian's Skims, which is a fashion brand, or Kylie Jenner's Kai, another fashion brand. So fashion, clothing, apparel, I mean, that's hundreds of billions. If you look at it worldwide, fashion and clothing in general, that's a big market, right? So they are not looking to create a revolutionary new category of product. They are working and playing in existing mass markets where there's a lot of demand, a lot of existing customers, and they're just introducing their own unique products in there. And doing business that way means they can get in the market quickly. You can literally start selling a product literally within a week. You can get your first orders because you're not trying to persuade people to try something that's completely strange and untested. They are just buying a different thing that's a different spin on an existing product, a different brand of a well-known product, like a shoe or a or a T-shirt or a dress or a skincare kind of solution, things like that. So that's the third and final big secret. And I would like you to think for a second, like, which of these do you think is the biggest secret to your own e-commerce success? And personally, I would say, like, you gotta combine all three. But if you had to rank them, I would say number one and number three are most important. But it's really hard to ever even get to number three if you don't have number one. So you gotta kind of work in sequence, right? And if you need some help with promoting your own e-commerce products or making more sales of your products, you can grab some of my free downloads. The links are in the description.